Okay, this is Module N, which is talking about incident reports. We're going to talk about the significance of an incident report, and what it is also, why it's important to document accurately and detailed when we're dealing with incident reports, what kind of things might happen that we would need to do an incident report for, and some of the guidelines for reporting and recording. So basically, an incident report is a method of documenting facts, and that's a key word there, surrounding an unexpected event in the healthcare setting. And unexpected is the other key word. So an incident report is based on factual, objective data of what occurred. So we're explaining, so basically we're documenting facts that we observed when something unexpected happened. And I'm going to give some examples of that. An incident report is confidential, and it's important to know that an incident report is intended for use between the facility and the facility legal team only, okay? So an incident report may be required in some of these different situations. Let's say a resident falls. If a resident develops unusual signs of pain, if they have a visible misalignment of a bone, if their gait suddenly changes, if a mistake was made while providing resident care, that's a big one. If somebody's personal belongings break or become damaged or missing, if a request is made that is outside our scope of practice, and we've talked about this. So if, the signing of the written consent, if we are asked to sign a written consent and it is put pressure on us to do that, that is an incident. If we are made to feel uncomfortable, threatened, or unsafe in any way, whether that be from our coworkers, family members, or staff, or patients, that is an incident report. If there are any inappropriate actions, sexual advances, or remarks that are made, if there are any angry outbursts by family members or staff, these are all examples of when an incident report is important. Let me see. I was going to give an example of something else. When we're talking about, we mentioned that when a mistake is made, when we're providing resident care, we need to do an incident report. I want to make sure to point out that incident reports are not meant to be punitive. And so you don't get in trouble if you have to do an incident report. If we make a mistake in care, and it was, we were doing our very best, we were doing everything right, and something happened, a mistake happened, we do an incident report. Again, it's not because somebody's going to get us in trouble for doing that. The incident reports are created when mistakes are made so that we can learn the best ways to prevent them from happening again. A good example is medication. So if I, as the nurse, administer a medication that's incorrect and we realize it, I do an incident report. Then they're going to trace, the safety team is going to trace that incident back from this very start to the very finish. And they're going to say, was this an incident because the nurse was overworked and overtired and, gave the wrong medicine? Or did this go back to pharmacy and they put in the wrong dosage or put it in the wrong package? Or did this go back even further to when the doctor was ordering and he typed something that wasn't clear? So incident reports, again, no, we don't get in trouble for incident reports. They're used to see what can be done differently when we're talking about mistakes that have been made. All right, so 9. Give me a second. So incident reports are important. They're required by the facility based upon state and federal guidelines. They are completed by individuals who are both involved at the scene, those who were on duty at the time, and those who observed the incident. They have to be a detailed, accurate account of who was involved, what, when, and where the incident occurred, and what immediate actions and additional steps were taken to prevent the reoccurrence. So it's the who, what, where, when, why, and how, right? We have to be as detailed as possible. This is, again, remember I said, remember to make note of time. So if you notice something is going on unexpected, if you want to make sure you note the time when something starts and when something stops, it's really important. Let's see. So again, some guidelines for incident reports. They describe in detail what was seen or heard. They document the time that the incident occurred, the person's reaction to the incident. We state facts, not opinions. We are going to describe any actions that were taken or care given and describe the outcomes from those actions. Incident reports have to be completed as soon as possible after the actual incidents. We all know that time makes our memory fuzzy. So as soon as possible after the incident has happened. Reporting and recording events of the incident is a protective measure rather than punitive, like I mentioned. Documentation is reviewed by management and members of the healthcare team. It becomes a part of the resident's record in the sense that they want to track how and if the resident has become negatively impacted by the incident. And new policies and procedures may be established to prevent further incidents from happening. Any questions about incident reports? Okay.